Hi and welcome. My name's Tony Dovale, founder of Life Masters and author of Swift Success. And I'd love to share with you today some information around my new revolutionary workplace high-performance system that I've developed over the last 40 years called CLEARx. Many people are in business. Many people are part of business. Whether you're a manager, a leader, an entrepreneur, or somebody who works in one of those organizations. And the reality at this stage is at least 66% of people work because they have to, not because they want to. They work because they need the money versus the passion, the meaning, and the connection, and the value they get from the work and the impact that it has out in the world. And the reality is Gallup's research shows that close to 25% of people are disengaged. At least another 17 to 20 to 30% might be engaged, and the remainder are in the middle, just doing whatever they have to ensure that they get their salary at the end of the month. And if we're going to ensure a better place to work, a great place to work, there are certain things that we can do. In fact, there are thousands of things we can do. You can find that information on Google. Just do a search. You can find millions of pages. But the real question is, will it impact your bottom line? And so I've spent most of my life finding the best in the world and testing it and refining it and putting into a recipe that I call CLEARx. CLEARx is my high-performance framework, which covers culture and context, limitless leadership, energy and engagement, appreciative, accountable action, then R for right-mindedness, relationships and resilience, and the X is the execution, where the rubber meets the road, your sales, your marketing, your management, and all of those things that are happening. But the CLEARx framework is academically validated and proves that these 6 core areas are the areas that you have to address in equal balance to ensure building a high-performance organization. Close to 90% of small businesses fail, and even working in big businesses can be hell, because the culture can become contaminated and critical. The environment and the meaning that people get from that workplace and environment is often very thin, or if not just gone. And people don't want to work in those places where it's politics and backstabbing and long hours, and you're selling your soul for what? And so I'd like to share with you some insights, some ideas, some possibilities on how you can use my CLEARx framework that I've developed over the last 40 years to improve your business performance. And so why should you listen to me? Well, the companies that I've worked with, one company went from 200 million revenue to 800 million revenue with a weekend workshop. Another company that I worked with, Dovale Packaging and Oxbow Conference Center, when we started they were at 30 million, we took them up to 50 million, and I recently was with them again. Now the target is 200 million. I worked with another company in their sales team with coaching. We doubled their sales in 90 days. I've seen how this impacts people, teams, leadership, and culture. Because once we focus beyond just the profit, where we go people, planet, and profit, now you start to create some excitement, some engagement, and especially with the new generations, they don't want to make the boss more money just so he can have a new Ferrari or another Learjet. They want something meaningful in their life. They want their life to have meaning and worth and value and impact. And isn't that something worthwhile having? That you don't just work for the money. Because money isn't the motivator. Money isn't the satisfaction. It's a hygiene factor. It's fuel in the tank of the vehicle. It doesn't make it a great place to work. Although it's a vital component, same as oxygen. Hold your breath. If you can't breathe, nothing else matters. But once you've got it, you don't think about worrying about, do I have enough oxygen? Although we should in the longer term, because we are messing up our ozone and our environment. But that's a talk for another day. And so I want you to think about your business. What are the things that you're doing to make it a great place to work? What have you tried that didn't work? I know from my research, when I go into an organization, it may be a profitable organization from the outside, or maybe they're not so profitable. But once I diagnose and dive into it, there's lots of unhappiness, there's conflict, there's racism, there's distrust, there's separation, and it's not a great place to work. It's not a wholesome, thriving place where there's high levels of happiness and well-being. The cream on the top, or the mask, is very thin, and once you get underneath it, then you start to see the reality. I was working with a financial services organization, and the boss said, no, everything's fine. I'm sure everything's fine, but we'd like to just do an annual assessment and survey. So please do it for us because it's anonymous and you're an independent third party. We'll get better information. And so I did the research, I did the interviews, I did the assessments, and then I presented it to all of the different directors and senior managers. And at the end of it, he said, wow, I'm shocked. I didn't understand all of the stuff that is really going on. And so often we see someone smiling, but we don't understand what's really behind the smile. And so your business is exactly the same. If you care, if you really, really do care about making your organization and your team a great place to work, then I'm happy to share with you my 40 years of wisdom in a condensed service process. And if you really would like help, we can help you then implement and take this much further, because people think about things and they make decisions about things, but very seldom do they actually execute and implement effectively. And so I'm glad to have you around. Thank you for your time. Leave your name and details below for me, and I'll start to send you some information, and we can then explore how we can create exponential impacts and results in your organization with my revolutionary workplace high performance system, and how you can become a CLEARx expert. My name's Tony Dovale, founder and CEO of Life Masters, author of Swift Success. I'm looking to be of service to you.